116 billion sojourners, temporary inhabitants in the form of man, have dwelt upon the earth.
As unfathomable as this number is the equally astounding reality that no two were absolutely identical among them.
In the infinitude of God's mind, He has created all of humankind to possess some uniqueness,
some intricate difference.
Yet, even in the midst of our differences, a shared reason for our creation exists.
To be singularly like God in image and in likeness.
In character, resplendent, to be plentiful and flourishing.
In the beginning, He thusly created man from the dust.
And fashioned for man an instrument of great purpose, an entity common to all.
The rich, the poor, prestigious, the famed, the great, the weak, and the small.
In the multiple of billions of human beings, one thing is common to all. In Hebrew, the word is
Ima, mother of all living things.
The cohesive bond of family.
The bearer of humanity's offspring.
Your assignment from God has been weighty in purpose from the very beginning of time.
In His love for His creation, God fashioned you as His nurturer to mankind, to be bearer, teacher, caregiver to His very image.
In works that have stood the test of time. Yours was the first bond of our human experience.
Our very viability, your womb sustained.
Your love affectionately was cast upon us.
Even before our own awareness of ourselves was attained.
You were given an astounding task of distinction to reflect God in ways of His character.
Nurturer,
caregiver,
protector,
advocate,
supporter.
To the ones God entrusted into your devoted care.
As God's model of how life brings forth life.
You held our lives within yourself.
We, the unformed seeds of God's likeness, were fed and sustained through your own life and your blood, your breath.
In Christ, we live and move and have our being.
In Christ, we are nurtured, fed, and sustained.
In Christ, we are shielded, protected, and have provision.
His life is our source of life.
For He alone brought us forth
from death.
Like as Christ, you labored that we might come forth into new life.
Our birth brought you anticipated joy.
That impending death with which delivery threatened you
would not deter your selfless sacrifice.
As you placed our lives before your own. Your face was the one that hovered over our cradles.
Your adoring smile was replete with deep love.
Your arms gently held and lovingly embraced us. Your ardent prayers protected us from all harm.
When we hungered, you held us close and you fed us.
When we cried, our tears brought you pain.
When we stumbled and fell, your loving hands lifted us and encouraged us to rise up and stand.
You have been purposeful and intentional to teach us.
To honor God in all that we do.
To seek Him and to love Him with all of our hearts.
To know Him as righteousness and truth.
Like unto Christ, you love us unconditionally.
Your love is unearned, neither based upon merit, worthiness, or works.
Your heart desires only good for us.
As your relentless love loves us in spite of ourselves. You are a reflection of the works of God's Spirit.
God's caregiver of man's image, brought forth after man's kind.
That man's image, through love, selfless care, godly nurturing,
would conform to God's own image in time. You are Ima. You are mother.
The essential bond of family.
Essential to all humanity.
You are mother. Purposely designed.